Here are your notes. For ISN page 36, you're looking for the foldable that says linear functions. We have been talking about linear equations. Linear is a line. So we've been looking at y equals mx plus b. A function is what we're going to talk about today is new notation. So I'm going to show you the new notation. But a function, the definition says for every input, there is only one output. So often you see it look like this, like a little box. You put something in to the function and you will only get one output, which is very true for a line. For every input, if you think about input as the x values, your output is y. Every time you put in one x, you'll only get one and only one y. So let's look and talk about linear equations. What we've been doing is the slope-intercept form of a line where m is the slope, the steepness. We defined it as the rise over the run. And the b is the y-intercept, where it crosses the x-axis. So when x is 0, you're looking for that b. This is the new notation. It's read as f of x, and it just represents y. Here's how we show it, though. Look at the example 1. Evaluate f of x if it is equal to negative x plus 5. This should even look like a line for you. M would be negative 8 and B would be plus 5. Okay, they want you to evaluate it when x is equal to 6. So here's how we write this. Instead of x, we're going to replace it using our brackets, negative 6 every time. Well, now you can see you can simplify this. You're going to get, positive 6. Sorry. You're going to get negative 48 plus 5. So you get f of the x is actually equal to negative 43. What this means is when x is 6, f of x, or y, is negative 43. This is a point on this line, f of x. Sometimes we use different notation, g of x, and it's just to identify a different line on the graph. So we can look at example 2. F of x is equal to 7x minus 5, and they want you to find the value of x this time. And they tell you that f of x is equal to negative 19. So I am going to substitute negative 19 in place of f of x. And then I am going to solve the two-step equation and find out what x is. So negative 14 equals 7x. Dividing both sides by 7, I get negative 2 equals x, or I can rewrite that because an equation is symmetric. X equals negative 2. That means when x is negative 2, y, you were given, or f of x, was negative 19. These are points, x and f of x, the input and the output. So you're finding the point, f of x. So there's lines, and the basic line for all linear functions is f of x equaling x. If we think back to the slope-intercept form where y equals mx plus b, in the equation f of x equals x, think about y equals x, your m here is the numerical coefficient in front of the x. When there's nothing written, the slope is 1, which means we go up 1 and over 1. So rise over the run. And the b, because there is nothing added, is going to be 0, which means this line goes through the origin 0, 0. When x is 0, y is 0. If you forget, always go back to your table of values. You pick your inputs, and you can find your outputs. Well, if I plug in f at negative 2, I get f of x, or y, is negative 2, because x equals y. So then I can plot my points in a pretty red. It goes through the origin. It goes up 1 and over 1, and I can graph my line f of x equals x. This is the main equation, the parent function for all lines. So we can graph all these other lines. When we look at y equals mx plus b, you need to figure out the m and you need to figure out the b. In this case, there's nothing written, so m has to be 1 because there is one x and your b is 3. So you would start your graph at the b, the y-intercept, when x is 0, y is 3. That's where you're always going to start graphing your line. And then you use your slope up 1 over 1 to find the other points. If you're going to the left, you got to go down 1 and back 1 because this is a positive slope of 1. So there is f of x equaling x plus 3. When I look at example 2, I need to see that m, the numerical coefficient in front of the x, is 3, or up 3 and over 1, and b is 0. That means it goes through the point 0, 0. I'm going to graph this line, start at the origin, so this line is actually proportional, if you remember that from last year, a straight line that goes through the origin. I'm going to count up 3 over 1, could count down 3 and back 1. It is a positive slope. Here is the graph, y equals 3x, or f of x, sorry, equals 3x. Again, this notation represents y. Your other two examples, the b, there is nothing added to this equation, so it goes through the origin. M is 1/3. Start at your point 0, 0, your y-intercept, and now you're going to go up 1 and over 3. Up 1 and over 3. To find the rise over the run, connect your dots. This is your line, f of x equals 1/3 of x. This equation, this negative sign in front of the x, means that your slope is -1 over 1. This is going to go in a negative direction. There's nothing written, so it goes through the origin. You are going down 1 and over 1. This equation has a nice negative slope. There is the function f of x equals -x. So you should be getting used to graphing lines. Now I want you to get used to the notation. So on the bottom of your page 36 in your ISN, I want you to practice using this function notation f of x. So in this case, f of x equaling 4x minus 8, instead of x, you're going to solve when x is 3. So you're going to substitute in, -3, and find out f of x is actually equal to -20. So when x is -3, f of x is -20. This is an actual point on that line. Sometimes they change what they put in here, but they still want you to substitute in for x. So f of a really means 3 times a minus 8. I've plugged in a instead of x. There's nothing to simplify in this case. So when x is a, y, or f of x, is going to be 3a minus 8. And there's nothing you can simplify any different than that. When I have f of x plus 1, instead of writing x, I am going to substitute in x plus 1. So I have 4 times x plus 1 minus 8. Well, you should recognize this is the distributive property if you're using your brackets when you substitute. So you have 4x plus 4 minus 8. That means that 4x minus 4 is your f of x when x is x plus 1. So x is x plus 1. That means that your f of x, y, is 4x minus 4. And you can't simplify it any more than that. This equation, g of x, I'm going to, I forgot these ones. Plug in -24 and find x. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to substitute in for f of x, it's equal to -24. 4x minus 8 is what f of x was equal to. So now you have to solve for x. Find your x and your f of x. What is your x and what is your f of x or y? Then try g of x and look. you got some distributive property here. So when you plug it in, you can simplify or you can distribute first. I'm going to check your notes tomorrow to see that you've tried these equations on your own. And then we'll go back to linear functions. See you tomorrow.